work for, and yeah.
Right. If you plan on owning a truck, you need to know how to change an airline.
Yes.
You need to know how to change a coolant hose. You need to know how to replace clamps.
Yep.
You need to know how to replace pipes, like exhaust pipes.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Airlines on your brake chambers. You need to know how to adjust your own brakes before you go into these mountains. You need to know how to cage your brakes. If your brakes lock up and you get stuck somewhere, you can cage your brakes and back them off of your wheels.
Yep.
So that one axle won't have brakes, but it'll get you off the side of the road to a shop.
Yep.
Don't keep it like that, but the stuff you're gonna need to know how to do just to get off the road.
I thought it was a way. My bad for cutting you. I thought it was a way you can unjam the brakes though.
That's what you
said. Caging them.
Oh, you said cage? Right.
Well, that's what they call it, caging them. You put the bolt in the brake chamber and back it off, and then the brakes will come off of the brake drum. Right. Also, you need to know how to check fuses and identify which fuses are bad so you can replace them. It's a simple technique. There's a lot of times the truck won't start and it ain't nothing but a fuse or a relay. You need to know how to do this stuff. You need to, owners need to wash their trucks because there's mechanical issues that you won't be able to see because it's all contaminated with grease and grime. Wash your truck at least once a month so you can see this stuff. And you need to talk to your truck. You think it's funny because this your first time being here.
No, listen. I don't think it's funny. I'm just tripping.
No, I ain't saying you laughing at me, but what I'm saying is everybody, you've been here, grow. I can make your hands grow, right? You know how strong your mind is? If you look up a study, when they talk to plants, when they speak positive to it, they grow faster. When they speak negative to it, it dies. When they ignore it, it gets worse than the ones they speak negative to. That's why even the Bible tells you, man ain't supposed to be alone. So ignoring people, that's why I leave people. That's my worst weapon. I leave your ass to your own devices. Ignoring people is that's why when you're in prison, when you do something wrong, they put you in lockup, solitary. That's the worst punishment they can do.
Ain't no rubber.
I want y'all to I want to show y'all something about y'all mind real quick. Nah, you can stay, cause I want to get this out, cause a lot of y'all did it before. But do y'all write y'all goals down and read them to yourself?
Yeah.
So put your hands out like this and put them together, line them up at the bottom, and see which hand is bigger. One of them is obviously longer, right?
Yeah, my right hand.
Take your shortest hand and hold it right here. And look at it and envision your hand getting bigger and say grow out loud with me until I stop. Grow, 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 grow. I feel like a cock leaf. Put your hands together. That's how powerful your mind is. That's why you should not. That's why I don't argue with people. That's why you shouldn't be around people who.
Psychological right there.
Nah, that ain't psychological. That's real.
It's real. You just did it.
And it goes deeper than that because you can do it without even saying it out loud. The reason why we speak words out loud is to force our mind to say it. But if you get in control of your mind enough, you are, as a human being, you are electromagnetic. You are antenna. What's up, guys? What's up, man? Your mind is sending out thoughts. That's how you communicate with the world. And your feelings is attracting things to you magnetically. So you ever want something real bad and you wind up getting it? That's because your feelings was in tune. So you gotta get your feelings and your thoughts in tune with each other. And that's how you stop progressing. But you read your goals to yourself to force your mind to think about it. But if you keep your mind on it, like right now, I'm doing mechanics. I have mechanic books that I read when I ain't doing mechanics. And I have online mechanic courses I take. And I go to online, in-person classes. And I moved into a truck yard. And when I get off work, I talk to mechanics. While I'm asleep, I hear mechanics working on trucks. So I completely engulf myself in what I'm doing. And y'all see what I transform into. That's the same thing I did with trucking. I ain't start off doing this. I was going down the truck stop on the weekends and hanging down there reading the truck magazines and hanging down Lee Lot, talking to all the owner operators there and leaving Allstate and going next door and talking to the people who own trucks there. And I wasn't just driving trucks. I was getting into limousines and party buses and driving coach buses and doing everything involving trucking and taking freight broker courses and doing all different type of things. And that's how you see it. You become whatever you think about. So you living in a household where there's a whole bunch of arguing and all that, it might be a good idea to leave. If you ever go around somebody and they make you feel bad or try to talk down to you or whatever, don't associate with that person. Even, what's the, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you put in your mind, that's what you produce in your life. So I just showed y'all on the simplest level, you just greet your hand in real time and not just one person. So imagine what happens when you listen to rap all day. Imagine who your daughter gonna turn into and she's listening to these girls popping it. And then she's 16, sneaking to the strip club. And you wonder what happened. She was listening to that all her life. Look what happened to a lot of us listening to gangster rap all our life. What we grew up to do. See what I'm saying? You gotta monitor or at the very least, you gotta put some cut on it. So you need to get some decent books and listen to something different. You know, watch some podcasts they got now, or before all that started, lectures, audio books. It's good to listen to stuff while you sleep because your conscious mind, which is the guard to your subconscious mind, is off guard. It's sleep. But your conscious mind, your subconscious mind never goes to sleep. It's like a baby. You say babies like sponges because they haven't fully developed their conscious mind. They strictly working out the subconscious. So even when you're pregnant, you gotta be careful what you the surroundings you're going to, because your baby is actually learning while it's still in your body. That's why people play classical music when they're pregnant and put it up to their stomach. So just be mindful of that. I mean, people call you and they got a lot of gossip. I cut them people off.
How about that?
People complaining all the time. People hate the job, but they've been there 10 years. Stay away from them. That ain't no good. What's up, guys? Come on up. This ain't the Sean show. What's up? This is the OG right here, too. Yeah, owner.
I'm gonna let you have that one.
Nah, stay there with him.
I gotta learn too.
I want to know what's happening in trucking right now.
Low rates, issues, insurance high, you name it.
Amen.
You running flatbed?
Yeah.
And you still hurting with the rates? Or you saying that in comparison to what they were a year and a half or so ago?
I mean, well, you know, a year and a half ago, we was getting that COVID money, so
Yeah.
now it was more like everybody got spoiled on COVID, so going back to the rates we had now was what they were always anyway.
What I tell y'all?
So everybody got in when it was good, now it was like more so the COVID money dropped and we went back to regular rates. So now that we back to regular rates, everybody that had trucks when it was good, now they going in and selling their stuff, they talking about, oh, we can't make it. But basically, you was in this predicament the whole time anyway.
You just didn't know.
You just got the good side of it. You ain't catch the bad side.
Right. Let me ask him this, because he wasn't here earlier. What's your opinion on drivers?
All right, so when I first started out, I called this man. I seen him on IG, like, look me up with a job. But I had like probably 3 months experience at the time. He like, bro, I can't bring you on right now. Insurance rate me out. But I'm telling him like, look, I can drive. Like, send me out there. He like, I'm put you in a truck with a train. I'm like, that's like doing a jail bit with a dude. I was like, nah, I ain't trying to do it. So I was like, I might get in there with a Viking, it don't work out. You know what I'm saying?
And Gotti is a success story just like you and some others that ain't mentioned. What you did, 15 on the body?
11.
11?
Yeah.
So, and came out, got his life together, and trucking. It's a way out.
How long you had your own truck?
Well, I started mine in 2019, my company. Ran with another lady. Well, I put it like this. when I ain't getting with him for he told me to put me in there with a team driver, I was like, man, forget this. I'm about to finesse something. So I finessed it, went with Heartland Express, told myself I had 7 months experience. They picked me up and just, when I went to do the orientation, they just gave me the keys to the truck, like, that shit low right there. I was like, damn, what if I drive like 10 miles or 10 minutes?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, this ain't what I want to do, how I take the truck back, you feel me? But I was like, nah, 95, Chester, Virginia. Oh, I ain't no little breakers. Someone will give me a GPS and a blueprint out the brake. So once I got them two, my load was in Jersey. But what made me feel comfortable was when I first got there to deliver the load, I was the only dude that ever actually made it to this guy's dock in his yard. It was a farm yard. He was like, man, you got back in a certain kind of way. So I got out, looked at it, and was like, all right. So when I put it in there, he was like, dang, you the first one ever made it in there right. I was like, oh yeah, I'm I kept it rolling. So over the time period, it's like everything I learned in trucking is by like trial and error.
And that was a flatbed you were talking about?
Nah, this was drive lane. So
hey, listen, I'm on the because I heard you say something about the GPS.
Yeah.
Is it you got the what's it called, the Rand McNally?
I had Rand McNally, Garmin.
Hey, is it
my phone.
is it you know how like, you can put the height and the weight and all that?
Yeah.
Is it sufficient? Like
It's not 100%.
from the low bridges?
It's not 100 because like if you go to New York, they don't measure our bridges like and stuff like how we down here. You know, they measure from the street on up. In New York, they measure from the curve on up. So you might see something say 13.6. It's kind of like it's iffy, you know, 28, you know. So it's like you gotta kind of like know your truck and know your height to get there. Sometimes, you know, I had a driver get off on the expressway. We running the same way. He like, where'd you go at? I said, I kept up the other way. He went on the express lane, so he getting there. He like, oh shit getting tight. The number start dropping. He like, man, like, look, best thing you could do is take the middle lane. If you take up 2 lanes to get through there, you gotta take it. So he ended up taking it. And he was like, dang. He like, you know what? That was kind of tight. I said, well, you keep on going. I'm going this way.
Drop the airbags too, yeah. But even that, 'cause you can skin the top off a trailer and it look like a sardine.
Oh yeah, I done tapped the bridge before.
Hey,
3 miles an hour. Cause I pulled up on it. I was like, maybe I can make it.
do you think it's worth
3 miles?
3 miles an hour.
Oh, so that's cool.
No, hell no.
I ain't gonna say cool, but I seen some videos where those dudes was like smacking bridges going like 60, 70.
That's because they on some other shit.
Yeah,
Me, I was on some cars just like, I don't know, I might be able to make it. So I hit in second gear. I'm like, that joint was like, boom, that shit fucked the whole top up.
You think it's
3
worth
miles an hour. So you know, if you hit it like 20 miles an hour, that shit can open it for real.
Yeah, I seen some crazy shit.
You think it's worth having drivers?
Hell no.
Oh, you say
I used to look when he had them driving. I tried for a position with him. I went ahead and bought my truck 7 months out of school, and then went on my own. And 8 months later, bought another truck, and then I just bought another one probably like a year ago. But I had started my own company with Progressive because Progressive lets you add as many trucks as you want to. You know, your insurance gonna be kind of high. But I knew I was gonna grow kind of fast.
Yeah.
So I had like 8 trucks underneath the company at one time, like running and dispatching everybody. So some of the owner operators,
and all this is within a year or two.
You got 8 trucks within the year?
Yeah, like so I was when I hopped out there. Anytime I put my mind to something, I'm on it. You know, so when I had the trucks on there, I'm sending them. You know, everybody making money and all that stuff. But then I had in the process, like, say you just came on, like, bro, I need a job. All right, cool. I take and put you in the truck. But my goal is to really get you from 8 months to a year in your own truck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm working with you like as soon as you come on. Like, cuz I tell you, like, I got him in the truck now. He basically the same story I am. He got his license. I sent him to school. He came out. I put him in a job. He running with a truck now. Now he hungry. He want his own. So you know I'm basically gonna let him get my first truck I had that I swapped out and did a lot of stuff too, which was my baby I cradled. So now he'll get more use out of it than I will. But having drivers is like I downsized from the 8. I went down to 5. The 3 trucks I did have, I'm keeping them and I'm gonna just run my own stuff. But then it's like you hire drivers, you put them in there, like, oh shit, I'm almost late for my joint. So they get in there and let the air pressure build up and take off. So by them not pre-tripping and not even starting the truck just to look around and see if anything leaking or listen for certain stuff, costs us you in that. So I had
and you trying to look out, and they costing you thousands of dollars.
So like one day he was driving, I put him in the truck, took him away from his company. He making good money. He running, he getting in there. I got him where he doubling up his money a day. Like I pay you, you go run Giant. Giant was like $900 a day. So I pay you $300 a day. Even if you go in there and you do 6 hours worth of work, they're gonna pay me for 10, so I'm gonna pay you for 10. So if you get the 3, I double it up and send them to Costco. You go to Costco at nighttime. Costco is like probably about $1,100, so I let him go ahead and double it up because it's a little further out. I gotta put more fuel in it now. So I give him another 3 on that. So instead of you making a 3 for the day, you made 6 for the day.
And that's all. And he
imagine
coming
that
home the
7 days a
same
week.
day.
Yeah, he be on today.
So my technique is to go over the road. That's not the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You looking for drivers?
Somebody must have.
I try to warn everybody.
I got 4 stories I can go into.
What's the worst one?
Drivers gonna cost you more money than they making.
Helping somebody get on their own and fuck your insurance up.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
one. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 people right now that probably got a bill, probably maybe close to about 10,000 out there right now. That's old. I just rather just cut them off, you know, and just keep it moving because I'm like this. I'm like how can you say it? I'm like a magnet. You feel me? I attract certain stuff with the energy like you be talking about. So it's like I get a lot of different plugs. I, plug in other people, networking is the key in trucking.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can get more stuff than they can get, they doing bad without you. Then with you gonna keep on going because you know what they're not to expect. You know what you're looking for. You know what you want. But when I had team goals, so my thing was take you, all us get a yard. Even though you got 1 truck, I got 1. I tell them we got whoever. How many in the classroom? Like 15, 20?
Nah, I don't know. It's like 50 seats.
All right, so 50 seats. Everybody got 1 truck. When a company call me, I tell them I got 50 trucks. Even though I got 1. When they call you, you tell them you got 50. They call you, you tell them you got 50. So now you looked at more as a whole for numbers of trucks. Why would I give 1 truck, like 1 thing of work to him? No, he got 1 truck, he break down, now I got to sit and worry about my load gonna make it. I tell y'all got 50 trucks, y'all can cover how much work I want to give y'all. Y'all like a whole company. So I'd rather just supply the big number than the little man.
Y'all got any questions for him? He got out the joint, put his mind to something, and they talk about starting from the bottom, and made something out of nothing and still going. So a lot of people out here is tapping out. He's still going, and it's a few people. Everybody not built for it. Everybody ain't built for it. That's the fact of it. And when y'all hear a lot of people talking negative about trucking, what they really saying is, I couldn't cut it.
Right.
Instead of owning up and saying, I fucked up or did something wrong, figuring out and then coming back and then altering it.
I don't want to hear my business.
Bro, take a step.
Yeah, D, go ahead. This ain't the Sean show, bro.
But let him tell it and then see where he at now.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
What's going on?
Alright, my name's King.
I be walking up in this bitch all slow.
Listen, I don't know Sean personally, but I did.
Right,
Sean did help me get into the business by watching Instagram. Me and my fiance. So long story short, I jumped in here about 2021. I was a bus driver at MTA, so I'm from your local hood. So so I know.
You did MTA?
Yeah, I did that shit for 10 years.
Dang.
I don't knock it. Got my CDLs when I was 21. I gave up on trucking when I was 21 because I ain't understand it. I ain't had no teachers. Being 21 and young, I chose the other life, street and MTA. I made the shit work. I did. I made it work. Yeah, I made it work. I don't do it no more, but I made it work. So most of the story came in at 2021. Caught my truck. One thing I will tell you, I brought a 2015 DD15 13 speed. One thing will help when I tell my story real quick. I'm gonna be fast. Don't buy DEF trucks.
But I tell y'all earlier when I was talking about the newer trucks.
Trash.
If you're working for a company and they tell you got bit a 2-gallon container of clear substance into that one tank and fuel going into that tank, don't buy that truck. That's gonna help you understand DEF. It's another thing I'm not gonna go into.
Diesel exhaust fluid.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I thought it was like.
Don't buy that truck. I'm gonna continue, bro. I just told you one thing. Don't buy that truck. If you can refrain from it,
That for a reason.
that for a reason. Yeah.
Right.
So I bought me a truck 2021. I jumped into this business at the end of COVID. So when COVID was starting to lighten up and the rates started to drop, it was to the point where power only was making money. That's when I came in. I didn't have a trailer. So I put down $20,000 to get a truck. I gave them $20K down in Charlotte. Brought it home, tagged it up on authority, straight coming straight out. But I learned all this shit, excuse my language, from watching he was doing it. So I had to tap in, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, Sean like the hood hero for real.
No, I'm for real. I'm gonna be honest. I don't lie to nobody. I don't
sure
come
Gotti.
No, I ain't know Gotti. I just met Gotti 2 years ago, like a year or two ago. So I started.
So I ain't do all that shit for nothing.
No,
Well,
no.
that's good because
No.
y'all don't know. At one point in time, I was spending $900 a week on advertising to reach out?
No, bro.
I ain't
Instagram reached
asked
me.
none of y'all for
That was free
And I did this for years.
for years. I watched them.
So it's good to know that what I was
Yeah,
doing
I
reached
watched
out because I made a lot of sacrifices. Matter of fact, this is a sacrifice. Told you I ain't even been home. I slept in the car right across the street, so I wouldn't oversleep. And I just drove back from Chicago. I washed up at the truck stop, shaved, come over here with y'all. So if I can sacrifice for y'all, y'all have to sacrifice for yourself. Cause can't nobody put more into you than you putting into yourself. Well, you ain't gonna, you're not gonna get no results.
But I'm about to mess them up right here, Sean. Let me finish them.
I don't want you try me, bro.
No, I'm gonna finish them. Everybody
I like
got a
challenge.
testimony. We all do. So, my truck was repossessed January the 3rd, 2023. This year.
Oh yeah.
I lost it. When the race dropped, I had a trailer payment $1,500, truck note $1,300. Just got a house built in Owens Mill, mortgage, $2,800. Porsche QX80 truck. What I tell you where I come from. So I had this stuff before I got into trucking, but I ain't think. One thing I'm gonna say: don't think the finances that you been trucking with, it's gonna be the same finances you may finish with. If you work hard enough, pray you can keep everything that you have, the cars, whatever. A house, you gonna keep that first, but like other accessories, that's liabilities, you may lose them. I'm filing bankruptcy. If this is a real testimony, I want to hear the truth, filing bankruptcy again. I did
Don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad. No, I don't. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel bad about nothing I said. Because I've never been a bro that hop behind a mask.
Right.
Fuck, I'm gonna lie to you for. Excuse my language. Why I'm gonna lie to you? If I lied to you and somebody tell you the truth about me that know me, that think you know me, now I lied. That nigga's a lie. He fake. That's not me. So now, you see why I'm dirty? You bought me another truck. But this time I cashed out. You know, I cashed out. And then the process of my testimony was when I was doing Giants with them, my fiance, I helped her become a freight broker, sent her to UMBC, online classes. It was free. So COVID had helped. It was a benefit, it was a gift and a curse. COVID was. But we never know what the curse was gonna come up for trucking and be this, but this is what trucking always been, like Adi said. I came in at the end. So when I realized how the process was, I'm like, yo, I say this is, it's a trucking reset, but this is what trucking is. This is what the rates supposed to be before they went up. So I lost the truck in 2023. I found the white guy named Nick on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace, guys, that's gonna be your best friend for starting off small. You feel me? Facebook Marketplace. This 1996 Cascade I brought XL.
Take a mechanic with you.
I didn't take no mechanic. I took my man Slick. Slick is another dude that's an owner operator. I didn't take one. But what I did was what God did. He wanted $22,000 for the truck, but this one trucking was changing. So the rates was dropping. So when rates drop, equipment gonna drop, trailers gonna drop, trucks gonna drop. The business they gonna hit too.
Do y'all see how everything y'all know what confirmation is when you hear something over and over again from different
And this coming
people?
from a dude who started in 2021. He
Exactly
started
what I
with
told
me.
y'all earlier.
God
So,
started with me.
I ain't
So,
bullshitting y'all.
It's the process. So long story short, in my testimony like this, I chased the truck. Me and Nick became cool. He lived in PA. Became cool. I chased that truck from January. I landed that truck in August 11th this year. He wanted $22,000. He couldn't wait for me. He held the truck for 7 months. But I guess something happened when he needed that truck gone. He ran into the auction in July. It didn't go. So I ain't talked to him for a month. I'm like, let me see, can I finish getting all this money and getting shit together? Got it together. Me and my fiance went up there August 11th. I bought that truck for $13,600. God showed me patience. This business is going, I'm telling you, you gotta be patient and you gotta be a good networker.
And y'all hear how God keep coming up?
Yeah.
I don't know if any of y'all don't believe in God. I'm not telling nobody which religion to go with.
No.
Because
Not at all.
they all the same.
Yeah, you believe in
if
something.
you really well, I ain't gonna go into it, but
Yeah.
all of them, they are Abrahamic religions. Islam and Christianity is stepbrothers. You got Abraham and Hagar, then you got Sarah. It's just two different families. They all related. People just got but the point is, you're gonna have to have a belief in the higher power, because there's gonna be times
A lot of faith gonna be tested.
life gonna test you, boy.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody above getting tested. Every now and then you're gonna get pulled by the neck. It's your turn. And that's gonna determine. Most people would have quit.
Nah, I went broke again.
Yeah, most people would have quit.
Nah, you can't give up on it. Like
That's
trucking-
what tell who gonna win it and who not.
You gotta tell them though, shit. You might be out there trucking and it seems like a good time. First time y'all issued that truck, you might be like, man, fuck this shit.
Won't do it now. Just book
Yeah.
yourself from this guy. We trying to get it together, fix it. Now it's to the point now I'm learning how to like look. God's showing me now. Money ain't long right now, so you can't just say, yo, fix that for me. It's,
Right.
go learn.
You got a grease gun?
Oh, she got all that. And we got look.
You know where your grease point's at on your truck?
Yeah,
That's gonna save you 50% of your maintenance.
yeah. Keep the grease.
Yeah, because a lot of premature part failure is due to lack of lubrication.
Yeah.
And everything underneath your truck is exposed to the elements, the rain, the salt, and all that. Also, you got a diagnostics computer.
No, I need to buy one.
What year is your truck?
9.6.
Well, you can get away with not needing that as much, but it's good to have a diagnostics.
It's good. I had one of these. Not this per se. I had this company called. If anybody do decide to go, if you're an automatic driver and you can't find an older automatic truck, and you do decide to get a truck that got DEF,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Just don't even
really do it.
Remember what I said about the box trucks?
Don't
do it. Don't do it because
Try not to, though.
it's gonna wind
Try.
up putting you out of business.
You can be doing other things to get rid of it, deleting it, dropping it out, all
So
that.
what's the bad thing about the DEF truck?
It malfunctions.
It's malfunctions. It's so many systems. It's like this. Have you ever drove? Excuse me, my bad, bro.
No,
I'm gonna say this. I done drove
Yeah,
every last
man,
car
I
except
got
for four.
you.
I'm gonna say this one thing. If they tell you buy a Honda Accord, or you used to drive a Honda, Acura and stuff, then you say, no, I want to step to the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get that
You're
German.
gonna feel the difference.
You want to see that Mercedes.
Yeah, right.
You want to see that Audi. You want to see that Maserati. You want to see that? That's how the price point is with DEF. Because at the end of the day, a lot of mechanics I don't think know how to fix it yet, or if they do know how to fix it, they'll rob your pockets. The sensors are affordable. They can be spent. They can be high. The sensors that run with that system, but at the end of the day, it's the mechanics. But what most important about DEF, I realized, you need this. If you know how to work this, if you can read this and use this, maybe you can operate that a lot better. I'm not saying there's not pros and cons and things you can't fix, but how far are you willing to go to learn? I can say that, but I've been it. I did it. And when I met these guys, that's all we was talking about. So when y'all get y'all trucks, I know y'all gonna do it. Try to find the best people that can give you good advice, and people that's talking things that you don't like Sean said earlier. Try to shy away from it. You could be cool, but that's not the advice I want. I want that advice. So I clicked up with him. I met him. I met a couple other guys. And the older trucks just kept hitting, but I fell in love with the older trucks. So I'm like, I want one. And guess what God did? You want one? This is what you're going to have to do to get one. So he took me out of one, hit me in this one. So it was either go broke again, or go ahead and work for somebody for another 10 years, do some shit I don't like. Nah, I couldn't do it. Fuck it. Sacrifice again. So that's why I'm dirty. We about to go try to fix this shit. Excuse my language, so we can run this low Monday. I can drop it off.
And you said you started off in
2021.
Yeah.
See, I'm different. I want more trucks. I
Right,
do. I'm different from them. I want the headache. Because at the end of the day, my goal is how quick can I build a small company? Small. I don't need 10 drivers. I'm happy with a 3-man team, 5-man team. Like what I can afford. I want the headache. I want the smoke. I do. Because at the end of the day, eventually, God's going to weave out every last good man and woman I can keep. He going to leave them with me.
You talking about drivers?
Yeah. I want the headache.
Have you had drivers?
No, not yet. Not yet. But at the end of the day, everything don't work for everybody.
You can do it.
But it is all about how you do it. So I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Nah, I don't want you.
I'm not against
They
it.
can't.
Huh?
It's something.
He told me, he said, you want drivers? I was like, hell yeah, I want like 10 trucks. I was like, all right. So I got up to 8 drivers. After like 8, I was like, you know what, this is the shit he was talking about right here. So I dropped down to the 6, and after that it was like, kept going.
Right.
That was where I'm at.
You can't be.
Just me.
Right.
You can't be told this.
You gotta learn it.
This-
So I'm
this-
gonna try it.
You had
Eventually.
something you gotta go through.
Yeah, you gotta go through it.
You gotta have your own experience.
You gotta experience it. You don't never learn until you try it.
If you're gonna have drivers, only have them paid off trucks. If you do have,
That's what I learned.
If you do have a note, keep the note under $1,000. Also,
If you can't drive a 10 to 13 speed, And we didn't rebuild Trip. Me and my team didn't help me rebuild each truck. I didn't broke cash. If you can't drive it, I can't hire you.
And also failed on the operators are the best drivers. People who own trucks before and don't want to deal with it, and they rather drive for somebody because they understand the mechanics behind it, because they done fix shit. So they understand this ain't just a flat tire on the road that I could have addressed at the yard. This $600 coming out of his pocket, and I want him to pay me as opposed to we could have fixed it at the yard for $150.
I helped my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law while I was running my first